Hi. Today, this is going to be an open letter to Andrew Yang. Hi, Andrew Yang. My name is Scott Garibay. We shook hands on September 17th, 2019, when you came right here to Philadelphia on the steps of the Philadelphia Art Museum. We shook hands, and I had just gotten done listening to your awesome speech for you running to be U.S. President in 2020. Right? So we shook hands. And then I listened to you for about, I think, probably half an hour to an hour. Just take everybody's questions, answer everybody's concerns, and I just kind of stared dewy-eyed at the amazing brilliance you displayed. And it was an incredible honor to have you in my city, and I believe you are America's last great hope. And for a president who can, not a president who could do good things, right? Who can make the world better or do great things. At this point, I think all Americans are asking is a 4-year reprieve from catastrophically bad things, right? Because that's what Americans want right now. They don't even want better. They just want a reprieve from catastrophically bad things. And it's very clear that President Biden cannot be allowed to have another term because he has no ability to give Americans even a brief reprieve from catastrophically bad things. So here's what he has not saved us from. He did not save us from plague. He promised to, he didn't, right? There's 2 years of absolute horribleness. And then as soon as he said, hey, plague over, and him and every U.S. leader pulled off their masks and shook each other's hands in the State of the Union, giving a very clear message that plague was over, immediately Putin happened. Right, and Putin is one of the worst things that's happened in my lifetime, right? And then also inflation, right? Inflation is just like legit. There are a lot of Americans saying, "Can I buy bread?" Right? Like it's getting bad, right? So I need you to be president of the United States of America, so that we can get a brief reprieve from catastrophically bad things that are hitting like a drumbeat, right? So why am I talking to you today? You're already running for president, right? Well, I need you to make a change. This is a humble request from John Scott Garibay, all right? And here we go. All right, here's my request. Please primary Trump as a Republican, all right? Now, why am I asking this, okay? So, one, you did a fantastic job of running as a Democrat in 2020. And actually, I don't think you really could have done a better job at running your campaign. I think the world failed you. You did not fail America. The world failed you. You were clearly the best leader that was available, and the world was like, hey, why don't we take this guy who'll be 80 most of the period? So that, and clearly, America's choice was clearly wrong. Like, it cannot be more obvious to the world that we made the wrong choice in 2016, and you should have been our president, right? We've been living in a world that is dramatically better now, right? I think you would have solved the plague problem in about 3 months, and I think you would have made sure that the Putin problem never happened, right? I'm very confident, and both of those things combined would have made sure there was no inflation, right? Like, so I think you would have solved literally every problem that Biden has preserved, like carefully crafted in preservation, right? So I really feel like you would have been our best president in 2024. In 2020, it is absolutely critical that you are our president in 2024, right? And that's why I'm asking you to do this, right? So first of all, I'm fully aware that you are running right now as your intention is to run as a third-party candidate with the Forward Party, right? That was a great plan before Putin said, I will arc NWs across this earth if anybody steps out of line with what I'm saying every nation needs to do, right? Putin changed the world. He changed the world on February 23rd, 2024, and made a situation where there's no he frightened the entire world by making every single person on this planet say, is my village or my city going to turn to ash tomorrow? He fundamentally changed the world. So I definitely understand your third party plan, but here's the thing. That's not going to work, right? It has, and I don't think I really, the reason I'm going to say that is it has never worked, right? Since we went to a two-party to a two-party system in America. No third-party candidate, as Ross Perot was the best, and he got 19% of the vote, right? That's like, that's the best that's ever happened, right? So the reality is, I don't want you to be a kingmaker and choose who wins between the Republican parties and the Democrats. I want you to win the U.S. presidential election and be our president from 2024 to 2028. You cannot do that with the Democrats. You absolutely cannot do that. First of all, they didn't give you the respect you needed in the 2020 race, right? But that's not the reality. Anyone who runs with Democrat stamped across their forehead is a guaranteed lock loss. Like, that is a done and finished, right? There are consequences from actions, and the lack of action and the horrible choices of President Biden means that the Democrats, honestly, I'm not sure you're going to be able to put a Democrat in for the next 3 elections, right? They're going to remember. People are going to remember what they did, right? Like, basically, at the beginning of this election cycle, we handed Biden American hope, American wealth, American security. He dropped every single one of them on the ground. They're all in pieces, and everybody's like, "Who's got the super glue?" Right? Like, so the reality. So here's the issue: you cannot win. No one can win. No one can win on the Democrat ticket in 2024. Democrats are out. They're finished. They don't know it, but it's a reality, right? Your forward third party idea is a great idea in a pre-Putin world. We're in the Putin world now, right? If you're going to win, you have to win on the Republican ticket. So I know this seems outlandish, outrageously outlandish, right? It is outrageously outlandish, right? But if there's anybody in the world who has the grit, the charisma, the confidence, and the intelligence to get this done, it's you. Andrew Yang, please immediately begin preparations to primary Trump in 2024 and run as a Republican. We need somebody to pick up the shattered pieces of American security, American wealth, and American hope. You are the guy. No one is better suited at this task. And I know this is going to be hard, and I know it's going to be a long shot. This isn't, if you say tomorrow, yeah, I'm going to run as Republican, it's going to be an uphill grind, tooth and claw, just struggling for every inch. I get it. I definitely get it. I know this is not going to be easy, and I really just, I think this is the only path to America actually having a decent leader in 2024. That is my request to you, Andrew Yang. Thank you for listening. Please consider, and to everybody else, please consider doing this. It's really important for our nation. Thank you.